Okay, it's crochet season and I have no idea what I'm doing, but that doesn't mean we're not gonna try. So today I'm gonna try crocheting and I haven't crocheted in forever. So we're gonna see if I remember any of it. I don't know. We'll see how that goes. My sister, for her birthday, she had requested this bikini that Kendall Jenner wore, and she wants the exact same color and everything. So today I actually went and picked up the yarn. I always have yarn vomit when I try to pull out the center. I'm horrible at that. Whatever, it'll go away soon when I start working with it. Oh, and don't mind my hair being wet. I just took a shower, but it's fine. It's all good. Where was I at? Okay, so first things first, I saved a couple patterns on Ravelry that I thought could work, and then I had that as my plan when I went to the yarn store. So then I went to the yarn store. I basically had in mind, I was like, either maybe acrylic or cotton would probably work. Wool, this is not gonna be good for a bikini. Like, no, that's not gonna work. So I went in and the kind soul working there was like, okay, what do you need? And I was like, let me just look at the pattern. It says I need a 4mm hook and DK weight yarn. So she's like, perfect. The only DK we have that's cotton is this one right here. And then she pulled up some yarn, but the texture was kind of too fluffy, and I wanted something that was a little bit smoother and shinier, the way like bamboo looks. So then I was like, maybe bamboo is more the right option. And then she said, why don't you go look in the sales section too? Because I was like, let me just look around, and they still had a bunch of sales stuff left. So I went to go look at their sales yarn, and there's a lot of great options, but I found, I think this is Cascade Heritage. I'll have it written somewhere. But I found this, and it's the perfect color. And did I say DK weight? Okay, clarifying. The pattern said it wanted worsted weight. The pattern called for worsted weight. And the one she showed me previously was the worsted weight. So then this is DK. And I figured worsted DK is like the same shit, whatever. I'll just get this because it's way cheaper. And this is acrylic, so it'll hold up good for my sister. She's not gonna, you know, do any fancy washing or taking care of it. It's supposed to be worn as a bikini, so it should be fine. So then I told her, she's like, let me bring up those other ones. So she brought up that worsted weight one to the counter for me, and then I was like, no, I changed my mind, I'm gonna get this. And she's like, okay, let me take a look. And she looks at it and she's like, this is like a DK weight, and you said you needed a worsted. And I was like, yeah, but girl, we're doing crochet. It doesn't have to be that fancy. It doesn't have to be that specific. I was like, no. And the concern this woman had, she was like,
okay, whatever you say.
But I could tell she was nervous. I could tell she's like, this is not gonna go well. Oh my God. But I don't know why. But she said she's a knitter. She's like, I don't know much about crochet. And I'm like, I've done it before. You can kind of just wing it. I feel like crochet, you can just finesse the pattern, you can change things, you can wing it. It's pretty easy and straightforward. And if I were to have the wrong gauge or something, I can see what's going on, because with crochet, you can literally measure your work, because it's not like held on the needles. Like with knitting, you can't really get a good idea of how big it's actually getting unless you're done. Like when you're done, you're done. You're done. And you're like, oh shit. But with crochet, you can kind of figure it out as you go. So I'm not super worried. But then I got home, tried to go get that pattern, and it was a paid pattern. So I was like, I don't really want to pay for a pattern necessarily. And then I was like, let me just do a quick YouTube search, because sometimes there's awesome like free patterns with a video tutorial, which I'll need because I have no idea what I'm doing. I haven't done this in so long. So I figured that would be good. And then I came across a video. They said that they're using a DK weight yarn, and they were using a 3mm hook. So I was like, perfect. That's gonna work for me. Now, I'm kind of winging it still. So the hook I'm gonna be using, they called for a 3mm hook, and this is a 3.5mm hook. I had a 3.5mm hook and I had a 4mm hook, and I was not prepared to buy a hook for this. You guys, we're gonna make it work. Like I said, it's crochet. It's gonna be fine.
I hate doing shit and not perfecting it.
I will keep you updated on how it goes. The video is so great, by the way. Please go check them out. Channel, maybe I'll link it below. I will link it below. They're so fantastic and their pattern is really easy to follow. This is this is what I have so far. We go here. This is where we're at. Which, oh, okay, clearly my, what's it called? Tension is bad because it's like twisting. But guys, I'm not good at crochet, or I don't do crochet. I don't know what I'm doing. Bruh. Okay, yeah, I don't do crochet, so it's good enough. It's gonna work. It's gonna work. But I'm pretty excited. It's actually really addictive. So I'm just gonna keep working on this. Why are you like this? Nasty chicken. Nasty.
Can I grab your food?
Oh my god. Thank you.
Want to bite it?
No, stop! Water. Chaos in here. So now I'm done with the first cup shape, and now it's going to be time to add the like decorative edging. Still following that same tutorial, she's got showing how to add a little bit of decorative edging, the first layer, and then I might go in and add a second layer because as you can see in the picture, there's kind of 2 layers of that, and then it also looks like there's a bit of like a scalloped edge. So I'm gonna try to do that as well.
Huh? What? Oh. Okay.
Cooking for cuddles. Yeah. It just flopped. I tried to take it for a walk, but it flopped. Come on, Luna. Can you stand? Oh, it stood up. That's good. That's good progress. Right, as you can see, I have the first booby cup done, and I kind of went off pattern from the video because I did these scallop edge, and I just kind of made it up myself, to be honest, and did my own thing, but I think it turned out fine. So it's just curling a bit because my tension's not great, so just imagine it. See, now it's booby shaped, so that's okay. So I've moved on to the second one. It's also a little bit curled. I'm not super worried about the curling because it's going to be laying tight on the body, so it won't matter. But where I have the second one so far, I think I have to do one more round of the single crochet and then I'll be ready to start adding that edging. And it'll be the exact same size as the first booby cup. So I'll check back in when it's time to connect them. This is just me trying to show that half double crochet technique that I learned from the video. I'm sure the video is doing a better job showing it, and as you can see, I'm slow at crochet and I'm failing and I'm doing this really weird and bad. Both of the cups are done, so I'm gonna work from my edge here and single crochet all the way across, and then I'm gonna do a double chain here and then an attachment just like in the video, and then go all the way across again in single crochet. Something that I noticed, which a lot of people talk about, but I thought is interesting, is look how much more yarn I'm using. Like, look at this flat boy right here. I've only done like 2 cups. I feel like with knitting this yarn would go a lot further, so that's an interesting thing about crochet, is it does use a lot more yarn, but I guess you do get a thicker fabric for the yarn weight. But yeah, just kind of interesting. Crochet is faster, but you're using a little bit more yarn versus knitting. It's a bit slower, but you can get away with being a little more economical with your yarn. Just finishing my 1 row of single crochet, and then I'm gonna go back with the half double crochet to make these little holy effect to look like our reference photo. At this point, I'm completely off of following that video. I haven't really been following that video since the the cup, like the start of the cups, to be honest. So let me know if maybe I should write a pattern for this. And I just wanted to show here that to add a little bit extra yarn in there and to weave in my ends, I just weaved in my ends through that line there to make sure that's really opaque. Here's the start of the bottoms. It's just a little rectangle in single crochet, and then now we're going to start increasing. Here I've increased every second row, and I'm just going to follow this bikini that I already have for reference. I think we're at a good length and height now, so I'm going to add the edging. Yay, I finished the edging and it looks really good, and I just used that same technique that I used on the bikini top, which was the half double crochet. Then we are going to snip this. Now it's gonna have the parts attached that are gonna go around your hips on both sides, and they're gonna attach here. However, I'm gonna go ahead and get started on the booty side of the bikini now, because this is the front, so we're gonna do the back of the bikini bottom, and then I'm gonna add my straps so I can get a kind of my base done, and then I can add all the fancier stuff later on. The back is done, and now I'm just holding it up to this reference bikini, and now I'm going to go ahead and start adding that single double crochet and then adding the straps. So this is the 4 that are going to become the straps, and I'm going to extend those out. And I'm doing this on all 4 sides to match the photo. Okay, the bottoms are done, and I'm just doing the little ties for the sides, and I'm just doing a chain, and I'm going to make 4 of these, and that's going to hold these edges together. In the reference picture, it's all together and there's no side ties, but just to make sure it's versatile, the size will kind of match whatever size my sister's at. You know, maybe you want a couple extra margaritas on the beach. That way you have little ties and the size is a bit more adjustable. So that is why I'm doing it that way. This is my little chain right so far. Stop! Stop. I know, it's hard to not be nasty. Y'all never struggle with this. Difficult, right? We're gonna stop the struggle. Take a piece of tape. Fold it. Bam. Scissors. Cut it. So you get a little point. Needle. I promise it's easy. Look how much easier that is. And you just take that off. Boom. Now you can weave in your ends. You're welcome. Now it's time to see how this turned out. This can't be real. What's the deal on these feels? Still I can't feel. Y'all, I'm so happy with how this turned out. I think my sister's gonna love it. Thank you so much for being here. Like and subscribe if you liked it. Bye!